I'm going to be reacting to this with y'all because, like I said, I just got finished with what I was doing, and I come back to Twitter to see that the world is literally falling apart. So let's check out this article here from the Post Millennial. It says, breaking, Biden calls up U.S. military reserve units to deploy to active duty in Europe in Operation Atlantic Resolve. Operation Atlantic Resolve is the official name of the unofficial operation supporting the war in Ukraine. So that's awesome. A presidential action posted by the White House on Thursday revealed that the president, under his authority as commander-in-chief, oh man, it's actually crazy that we have a president with, I almost said Down syndrome. You could probably say that too, but with Alzheimer's and probably some other mental disabilities / diseases that can declare war if he wants to. Like, it's crazy that he's our commander in chief. That's just wild. Is calling up the U.S. military units to deploy to active duty in Europe under what is being called Operation Atlantic Resolve. Operation Atlantic Resolve is the official name of the unofficial operation supporting the war in Ukraine and is in response to Russia's invasion of the Donbass region. Operation Atlantic Resolve has been funded under the European Deterrence Initiative and is intended thus far to strengthen NATO. The U.S. has military in Eastern Europe but has not called on Americans to fight to defend Ukraine. The U.S. has military in Eastern Europe but has not called on Americans to fight. And I've seen, and look, y'all can let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments if y'all have seen, but I've seen a lot of American flags on helmets out there, you know, and that's, you know, I don't think that it's officially, you know, America, Joe Biden, the U.S. military saying, hey, go fight the war in Ukraine. But there's a lot of American flags out there, man. I'm seeing a lot of videos. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just, you know, my Twitter feed is kind of curated to see stuff like that, but I'm seeing a lot of that stuff. So yeah, while it's not officially American soldiers out there, there's some American soldiers out there, if you know what I mean. The U.S. has military in Eastern Europe, but has not called on Americans to fight to defend Ukraine. But it seems like that could be coming soon, based on the news, based on everything that I'm seeing, the headlines and everything like that. I don't know. I'm hoping not, but it seems like gradually, you know, over the months, over time, it's just moving further and further in that direction. And I'm seeing some things out there that possibly, and let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on this, if we were to actually go into an all-out like World War III, or at least a war between, you know, we actually get boots on the ground involved in the Ukraine and Russia war, could we actually hold an election next year? Could there actually be a 2024 election? Or would they just delay it and have Joe Biden hold office for even longer? Because I'm seeing a lot of things out there that you can't actually hold an election in the middle of a war. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not educated enough to know. I hereby determine that it is, I guess this is a quote from Joe Biden. I hereby determine that it is necessary to augment the active armed forces of the United States for the effective conduct of Operation Atlantic Resolve in and around the United States European Command's area of availability, President Joe Biden said. As such, he authorized the ordering of any active duty units of the Coast Guard to serve as a unit of the Selected Reserve. The Selected Reserve is the most readily available group of Army Reserve soldiers, according to the U.S. military. All members of the Selected Reserve can be mobilized in the event that an emergency arises, and they are called upon to do so. That's just great, man. It's great. It's great. What's up, Lou? How you doing, man? In furtherance of this operation, Biden said, under the stated authority, I hereby authorize the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Homeland Security with respect to the Coast Guard, when it is not operating as a service in the Navy under their respective jurisdictions, to order. Okay, we get the picture, right? I don't need to read the rest of this article. I think we're good. But I do want to get to some Twitter reactions as well. Tim Pool says, y'all ready for war? And posts that same article that I just posted. And damn, dude, it has 1 million views already. And of course, the replies are pretty golden. I can't disagree with this one here. I volunteer these people first. I agree. Let's get these people out there first. And let's get the feminists out there first. The ones that say that they're equal to men, that they can also fight in war. You know, that they're just as strong as men. And especially the ones that think that trans women, men pretending to be women, should compete in female sports. Let's send them in first. You know, those people that think that everybody's just equal, let's go ahead and send them first, because I'm good, man. I'm chilling. I'm not going to war against Russia to try to defend Ukraine. I'm good on that, man. That's just not happening. No need. Surely these warriors have it covered. Holy shit, man. I was saying earlier, it's insane that we have somebody like Joe Biden that's able to do things like this, call shots like this, and even declare a war on other countries. What's even worse is that these are the people who are under him and commanding the military. Look at this. Oh, man. It's such a joke. Remember who you're fighting for. Lindsey Graham needs to go to the front line. Everybody's kind of saying the same thing, man. Send the lunatics to the front. Send the lunatics that are causing this whole thing to the front. Send Joe Biden up there too, man, while we're at it. As the news is tightening around the necks of the Biden family, he needs a major diversion to take the focus away from him. All right, so I was wondering like why he would be doing this, because obviously I don't think we're gonna go to war, but it's possible. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Joe Biden thinks it's going to happen. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was thinking like why would he want to do this? Why would he posture like this? And didn't he? Zelensky got mad right the other day because he wants to be in NATO really bad. And Joe Biden kind of like dodged the question or kind of made fun of somebody for asking Zelensky, when would you like to be in NATO? And Joe Biden was like, 2 hours and 30 minutes after the war ends or whatever. So I'm thinking because NATO keeps declining Ukraine, their membership in NATO, maybe he's trying to posture like, hey, we're declining your NATO status and everything, but at least we're sending soldiers over here just in case. I think it's kind of like a PR move where he's trying to ride the fence, where it's like Ukraine's not going to be in NATO, but hey, we'll have soldiers over there just in case an emergency, so we'll help you out. That's what I kind of think might be going on. Maybe I'm crazy. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this whole thing.